doubt it.
Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with John Kay and Sally Nugent.
Good morning. Here are your headlines at 6 o'clock. And
Now, within the last hour, one of the world's richest men, Elon Musk, has given an exclusive interview to the BBC. Well, our reporter Graham Satchell is live for us outside St Thomas's Hospital. The Ukrainian Defence Ministry and its UK counterpart have tweeted a video of British troops forming a guard of honour for Ukrainian soldiers trained in Britain as they return to the front line. Tupperware, the American maker of food storage containers, has warned that it could go bust unless it can quickly raise new financing. Extraordinary interview that's been happening live here on the BBC over the last hour or so. Elon Musk responding to questions there from our technology correspondent James Clayton, who emailed Elon Musk earlier this week to ask for an interview, and he said yes.
It's a fascinating interview, isn't it? I mean, Elon Musk is kind of sarcastic at times and playful at times.
Quite tricky at times, I would say.
It's not a formal interview. It's more like a sort of a web chat or a webinar.
And the whole time, Elon Musk is looking on his phone to see what the reaction on Twitter is to the interview that's going out live on Twitter.
Yeah. It's interesting. We're going to talk to James Clayton, our correspondent who did that interview, within the next hour here on Breakfast. He's hot-footing it to a camera, and we'll talk to him as he revisits what Elon Musk has said to him, and we can talk about the impact potentially of that chat.
And you can follow.
We approach 6:10 this morning. Let's look at news here because hospital bosses have expressed concern about keeping patients safe overnight this week because of a shortage of more senior consultants to provide cover for striking junior doctors.
Medics across England have walked out for the second day of industrial action in a week of strikes that is expected to run until Saturday morning. The government has called the strikes regrettable. Our health reporter Jim Reid has more details.
We've talked about President Biden this morning visiting Northern Ireland, but his predecessor is rarely away from the headlines. And Donald Trump in the news again today because he's insisted that he's innocent of the criminal charges levelled against him in his first interview that he's done since appearing in court in New York last week.
The former president denies 34 counts of falsifying business records in a bid to hide hush money payments to a porn star before the 2016 election. And in an interview with Fox News, he said he would continue to contest his party's 2024 presidential nomination, even if he is convicted of a crime. From Washington, David Willis reports. That's an incredible recovery, because I don't think at the time it happened we knew quite how serious that really was.
That's right. He made some statements, didn't he, a couple of weeks later, saying that he'd been out cold for several days. Yeah.
That's great to see. It is 17 minutes past 6. Let's go and chat to Carol for the first.
Coming up to 20 past 6, let's look at the Wednesday morning papers. Down to earth with a bump.
Yes.
Literally, if you're in Wiltshire and planning to use the B4069 this morning, this is why it is closed. A pothole, but it's terrible, isn't it? Really, really terrible. And there's a lot of them around out there at the moment.
John Kay, will you be buying some of this? Luxury manure, which is in the Times this morning.
What makes it luxury?
Well, that's a really good question, because I always thought that manure was just basically all the same.
Where there's muck.
Well, abundant in naturally occurring soil microbes.
Also known as...
Yes.
Let's not say it. I remember in Bristol, the zoo used to sell lion dung as even posher manure than that.
They?
Yeah, we can beat Northampton.
It's wild.
Look at this. Sally's been trying to get me onto Instagram for weeks. Now I know what...
Makes your bin look better, I think, I suppose. I suppose you wouldn't get it pinched, would you, if you'd made your bin more unique?
Is that actually a thing? Somebody's getting 100
Influencer.
followers and 17,000 followers. Look at 400
Wouldn't
pictures.
surprise me, John.
Yeah.
It's what it's like out there.
Probably calendars.
Yes.
There we go. You've got bin pictures and pothole pictures. We're here for all the glamour for you this morning. 23 minutes past 6.
Now, on Breakfast, we have been looking at dementia and the challenges faced by those diagnosed and, of course, their families.
And one of the issues that came up a couple of weeks ago when Nina did that piece with her dad was the lack of places for carers to take their loved ones and to spend time with others who are affected by dementia.
Well, after losing her mum to dementia, pub landlady Sharon took the matter into her own hands, as Fiona Lambden reports.
Brilliant thing Sharon's doing at the pub, isn't that great?
Yeah. Because I know there are lots of different things you can do for people with dementia, like whether it's singing, joining a choir. We talked about music a lot yesterday. But, I mean, going to the pub,
Some people
Great.
don't want to join a choir,
No.
do they? They want to
Just want to go to the pub.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That's a great story to see. It's 29 minutes past 6. Let's get the news, travel and weather from our teams around the UK. See you in a second.